Hi, everybody, and welcome to this edition of the Spartan Sports Report here on TV3. Happy to have you with us, and Sam and I are very happy to have as our guest the head boys soccer coach at CHS, Mike Bottomley. Mike, how you doing?
Oh, pretty good. Glad to be here.
We're happy to have you.
Yeah. Well,
You've got a pretty good record going.
yeah, we've had a good start. We're 10-2 right now, with three more games to go. Actually, 4 more games to go before sectional time.
Okay, so it's right around the corner.
Right around the corner.
Where will the sectional be?
I think New Palestine this year. It's supposed to have been there last year, and they switched it, so it could still be switched again. But right now, it's New Pal. So.
Okay, well, we'll count on you into the New Pal.
Yeah.
That opens what day?
October 3rd or 5th, something like that.
Okay, yeah.
Real soon.
Right around the corner, man.
Yeah, it is not long.
Yeah. So your kids are doing well. What's been what's the reason for your success? Kids playing well all the time?
Yeah, I mean, we returned. We only graduated one senior last year, so we returned the whole team pretty much.
Yeah.
So we knew we should be very competitive. We got good young kids. They communicate well. They pass well. A lot of them play club soccer, so they know they kind of know what they're doing. Always in the right space, right place at the right time. So they're pretty solid. This year we have 4 seniors. So we should be pretty solid next year too, but we're gonna get through this season. Tonight we play Greensburg, home. It's senior night for those 4 seniors. And then we go to Oldenburg Thursday, New Palestine Saturday, and we end Thursday, I think, at Batesville in this tournament time.
Okay, yeah. How have you done against the teams you're going to be meeting in the sectional?
Let's see, we beat Richmond. They're in our sectional.
Okay.
New Pal, we haven't played them yet. I think we haven't played anybody else. We have Greenfield Central in our sectional. Well, East Central, we did play them. They beat us 2-0. Then Richmond, Shelbyville, us, and Mount Vernon. It's a pretty tough sectional.
Pretty tough group, just knowing what they do in other sports. I mean, generally, if they're good in other sports, they're good in all sports.
Yeah. East Central's for real this year. They're going to be very hard to beat for anybody, and Greenfield Central is very, very good. So it's a tough sectional. We are playing with the big schools.
Okay.
We didn't go down like the other sports did. We were like the last team in our class, so on the enrollment. So we was hoping to go down this year, but it is what it is. These are the type of teams in the past we'd play at regional time, but we just got to play wherever they put us.
Well, your kids are doing well, so they should do great in the tournament, I would think.
Well, we don't play those as good as, it's good competition.
Sure.
So it will be a hard team. We'll be a hard team to beat. So
good.
It'll be exciting.
Good. You say it's senior night. Who are your seniors?
We have 4 seniors. Cody Naylor, which is a 4-year letterman. Will Chalker, 3 years. Cooper Kinney, 4 years. And Jacob Snyder, 4 years.
Okay.
Cody plays defense, and Will Chalker plays defense for us. Will is out right now with an injury, and Cooper plays striker for us. He is our second. Actually, he's tied for our leading scorer on the team. And Jacob Snyder is a senior. He's been out most of the year due to shin splints, which is very painful if you've ever had those. So he's just now starting to come back. He missed the first half of the season. Okay. So we're kind of putting him in slowly, 10, 15 minutes a game, kind of see how it goes.
Maybe it'll be your secret weapon there.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Are you limited to the number of players you can have?
On the team?
Well, I know you have 11 on the team.
Yeah, I mean, we have 11 that can play. We usually have about 15 kids on varsity.
Oh, okay.
15, 16.
So that's not too many
15,
subs
16.
or anything.
No, we try to keep it 4 or 5 subs.
That's good.
Yeah, because we also try to fill a JV team too. So we try to split that up.
Okay.
Because you got to have playing time. You don't want to have 24 kids and third of them doesn't get to play. Right. So we try to split that up. This year we were a little light. We only had 25 players. We lost one because they moved out. So 24 is tough to have the JV and varsity sometimes split up, especially if we play on the same day at different places.
That'd make it real hard.
Yeah, you only have about 12 on each team, so you kind of hope for no injuries.
How's that JV team doing?
Only good thing is with our schedule, the smaller teams doesn't have a JV. So only the big schools has JV. They've been holding their own. They hadn't had a game in a while. We did play Franklin Saturday, so I think they're like 2-3 on the year, with about 4 more games coming up. So they play good competition because, like I said, they play the bigger schools that has JV teams. Tuesday they go to Warren Central and play, which will be exciting because we've never played them before. So that'll be interesting to go to their school and check that out.
Good experience for those kids for when the seniors move up.
Right.
That there's some slots open that they've already faced some great competition.
Yeah, it's good that they get to do those type of things.
A middle school program? You got youngsters coming up through?
I wish we did. It's something we've been trying to do for a few years now. We lose a lot from our rec program, because about 6th grade, then you got a 2-year gap, then back to high school. So we do lose some kids. I wish they would. They could start a girls and boys program fairly easy. Don't take a lot of equipment to do soccer. We got the fields already. So hopefully they will add that sometime
I would think
here.
that there would be interest in that when you go by the soccer field down on the bypass and on a Saturday and that is full, spring and fall.
Right.
That it would you would think that there would be enough interest to have those teams.
Right. The only thing available for kids 7th and 8th grade would be the travel club stuff, and not everybody can do that. So we're hoping that school could add that sometime here in the near future because we do, lose some kids in that age group.
Do any of the teams you play have middle school with these kids?
And that's one of the big reasons why they never started at middle school because there wasn't really a lot of teams to play.
I see.
But that was 15 years ago when I started coaching. It was almost all club. But now schools there's middle school teams now to play. Not all schools have them, but some of the bigger schools, there is teams to play. You can probably get 10 to 12 teams within an hour on a schedule. So
Is that a school board decision?
I'm not for sure what's the politics of that. how they determine.
I'm sure there's some politics involved.
How they determine what is what.
Right. So. Well, I hope it's maybe right around the corner. We keep pushing it.
I hope so.
I know you do a great job, Mike. And who's your assistant? Who helps you?
This year, John Reynolds. Like I said, this is my 15th year. John's been helping me for 14 years.
I was going to say, I thought you guys were a pair.
With me for a while. We also added Andrew Stein a couple of years ago.
Okay.
He's an ex-player. It's nice to have him because he's younger. He can get out there and play with them at practice and stuff, and he's really knowledgeable, and so he's been a great addition to our staff.
You mean you don't go out and play with them?
Not anymore. No. I play goalkeeper if they let me.
Yeah.
Sometimes they'll kick me off the
might
field.
have a hard time getting by you.
So, no, that's what we bring Andrew in for. So.
Are you able to relate to the kids? He's
a little bit younger.
A lot closer to their age.
Right. I think he graduated about 5 years ago, so he still plays. And anytime the kids start slacking a little bit on the drills, we throw Andrew in there to pick the pace up, and they have to pick the pace up because he picks the pace up for them. So.
Good.
Mike, you didn't play soccer in college, I understand. I mean, you just...
No, they didn't even have soccer when I went to high school here.
Oh, okay.
And I graduated in '87. And I'm not for sure. It was in the early 90s when they started soccer at Connorsville, and it started as a club.
Okay.
Then it went into a varsity sport somewhere.
What do you mean by a club? What is that?
I think it's just like a club. It's not a really official schedule. You go play other schools.
Okay.
Or as kids get together at the end of school and play soccer.
Okay. So it's a experience starter, really, for a lot
Yeah,
of
I think
kids.
they just started to see what type of numbers they would get and go from there.
Who's been some of your leading scorers and things like that in ball games?
Like I said, Cooper, Kenny, we got two. Usually the strikers score most of the points. Is the two forwards up front, one is Jasper Martin, which is a junior this year, and the other one's Cooper Kenny, which is a senior. They do a really good job passing each other, communicating. They both one has 15 goals, one has 16 goals on the year. So I think we're at 67 goals in the year so far, and we've given up 13 goals.
Well, that's pretty
So,
good defense.
Yeah, so our defense is pretty solid. Like I said, we
Sounds like
we got Cody Naylor and Will Chalker back on defense. They're both seniors, and also we have a sophomore. A sophomore, Caden Mapes, and Ryan Naylor, which is also a junior. So we still get some kids coming back next year too. But our defense is very solid back there.
Yes.
And our midfielders is Nolan Shaw. He's a junior, and Eli Slichty, which is also a junior, playing midfield. And
What about facilities at CHS for soccer?
they're getting better over the years since I've been there. Last 15 years, they have expanded the field, built a concession stand, bathrooms, storage room, announcer's booth, all that stuff in one building.
Good.
They have added lights this year, which is huge. That I know it don't seem like it really helps the JV program.
Sure.
Because in the past, varsity always played first, just in case it got dark, and then the JV would play until it got dark. So now we can do how you're supposed to do it. Let JV play first, then varsity follows. So the lights was added this year, so we're appreciative of that a lot.
Sure. Little at a time, they're improving things.
They're talking about making the field a little bit wider, so that'd be nice too, and getting different soccer goals.
So it doesn't really meet specifications?
It's a
right now?
little, it's a lot better. It's a little short. I'm trying to think. I don't think it's sectional ready, but I think when they do this next phase, it should be.
Good.
But yeah, we used to have a little tiny field, and it was almost embarrassing to play on it. But now it's a really nice field. It's a watering system. So they're going to put new goals in that we can actually, on the wheels that we can actually move around.
Good.
So they're not as dangerous. We got goals that cemented in. And when you hit them, they're solid as a rock. So
They're not going anywhere.
they're a little dangerous. So that's, I think, the next upgrade.
Fans are always welcome?
Oh, yeah. We like our fans. We like our soccer fans. Gets a little rowdy sometimes. No.
What about the conference? I know you sound like you had a couple conference games left, but how are we doing there?
We are 4-1 at conference with 2 more to go. I think that's right, 2 more to go. We're in second place. Our conference is usually dominated by East Central. I think they win it about every year. So it's usually a fight for second.
Yeah.
So we got Greensburg tonight, then we got Batesville end of season, and that's usually a big game. It usually depends on who comes in second or third in that conference, that last game of the year. But we're 4-1, hopefully 5-1 tonight, and we'll go into Batesville and hopefully get that win.
Did you play East Central?
Yeah, they beat us 2-0. Third game of the year. So,
Lucky East Central, we'll call them.
Lucky Central.
But maybe an opportunity, they in our sectional then?
They're in our sectional too.
So maybe an
I can't
opportunity
get,
to
I can't
avenge
get rid
that
of
loss.
them. I can't get rid of them. So
They won't go away.
they won't go away.
Well, they are the biggest school in the area.
Yep. We'd hoping they would go south to Bloomington and Columbus. That's what we. But
That's where they go for other sports.
It's a long drive for them
Oh, it
to
is.
drive all the way up to New Pal or Greenfield or Mount Vernon. It's a pretty long drive for them.
But I know that they've been to Martinsville for basketball sectional, and that's a long drive as well.
Yeah.
So I think maybe they're used to it. They're just kind of out there by themselves.
They're buried down in the south there.
Yeah. Play the Cincinnati schools a lot. But
Yeah, their schedule has a couple, I think 2 Kentucky teams and a couple Ohio teams on their regular schedule. So they do play in other states
it
too.
makes sense for them.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully you'll do well against those guys the next time you meet them. But
Hope
maybe you
so.
won't meet them in the sectional. Maybe somebody will knock
So
them off for
we're
you.
hoping Greenfield and East Central will draw each other. That's what we're hoping.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Get
what
rid of one of them that
at
way.
least get one of them out of the way.
Now, when will the pairings be announced?
Probably next Sunday.
Okay, so give you time to get ready for your opponent.
Yeah. So next Sunday, then it starts Monday. I think Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, or something.
Do you scout any teams that, so you know what you have coming?
Soccer's difficult because you play on the same days. We play Tuesdays. We play about 3 games a week, so that's a lot of games. It's not just a 1 game a week sport, so it's 3 games a week, at the minimum 2 games a week. I try to hit. I've been to 2 games this year. I went to watch Batesville and Lawrenceburg play, and next Monday we'll go watch Batesville play East Central because we don't have a game Monday night. So we'll go down and watch them. But it's hard. Sometimes we'll get video from other teams, but it's hard to get out there and scout too much. But we play a lot, not a lot of, but a few of the teams on the schedule we've played this summer and stuff. So we do know a little bit about most of the teams.
How do you do, if you got 3 games a week, how do you do practice?
We usually have a game on Saturday. We usually have a good Monday practice. Then we got a game on Tuesday. Usually take it easy on Wednesday because we've got another game on Thursday. And then Friday, especially this time of year, we kind of then practice on Friday about an hour and a half because we have a game Saturday. We don't want to lose their legs. Right. I mean, 3 games is a lot.
It is.
So this time of year, our practices are a little lighter than they are first half of the year. And we got a lot of injuries. Like I said, the kids' legs gets tired, so we try to keep them halfway fresh. We can't afford a lot of injuries. We're not real deep team, so.
Kids can burn out if they play too often and too many games.
Right.
Close.
Yeah, they like to have a day off here and there, and so does the coaches.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So
is the coach's family.
Yeah, so the coach's family. So I think it's a good. I think we have a good equilibrium on the practices and games right now. Been doing it for 15 years, so
You got it down.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Mike Bottomley is our guest, CHS boys soccer coach, and we're happy to have him. Sam, a sigh of relief at Spartan Field from Spartan fans Friday night. Tell us why.
Well, defense held there in the fourth quarter. We weren't able to move the football in the fourth quarter, and just couldn't make it happen. But 1 by 1, 28-27 over. I start every season saying that we got to beat the 2 R's, Richmond and Rushville, and Richmond, we handled them very well. Rushville, it looked like we were on our way to do that, but some turnovers and penalties hurt us again this week. But we were able to hang on and keep that War on 44 trophy at home.
Well, it's always happy to have the trophy here, but was the game close at times?
Just at the end, we led most of the game. I think they came back and tied it in the first half early, but yeah, they did. We went up 7-0, and then they came back and tied. But and I forget what score was at halftime, but I thought, we've got this. We got it under control, and that's why they play 4 quarters, I guess.
True.
Rushville came ready, and they're much improved.
That's what we hear, yes.
This was 3rd year in a row that we've got to keep the trophy, but we had to work for it.
So mistakes, I'm sure the coach is working on that.
Yeah, a couple turnovers, I think turned into points for Rushville, and then seems like we were penalized a lot too. And my partner Dave always talks about you could call holding on every play on everybody, but seemed like we had a lot of holding calls and other. I know one time we had an ineligible guy downfield that nobody in the press box thought was ineligible, but the other guys that called the game thought so. And that's just the nature of the game. You can't let that bother you. You just got to come out and play.
So what do you think coach is working on this week?
Well, I'd say that working on not getting those penalties called and hanging on to the football. Yeah. Coach doing a good job though.
Oh, absolutely.
3-1 on the season. That's pretty good, and opportunity to improve on that. I guess it's 4-1 on
we're
4-1 on the season.
5th game.
So opportunity going to Speedway, and that won't be easy. They're a smaller school, but they play some tough competition and have had some success in the last few years.
I think they're 2-1, maybe 3-1.
3-1 now.
Spark plugs.
Yeah, Speedway spark plugs. I've never been there for a sporting event. I was there for a Lions Club district meeting one time and went in and looked at their gymnasium, but never been there for any kind of sporting events. So looking forward to that. It's kind of fun to go places.
Are they a Class 2A or?
I believe they're 2A.
Yeah. First time ever, I think, for
Yeah.
Speed.
Yeah. First time I remember playing them in anything. Now maybe way back sometime in a tournament.
Sure. I don't remember either of ever having Speedway on the schedule, but it'll be interesting.
I like going to Speedway in May. try
For
to go there for the
reason,
race
huh?
every year. Yeah, nice community.
Mike, what about you in Speedway? Are you familiar with Speedway?
I know where it's at, but we've never played any teams in that area.
Okay, I didn't know if you
Yeah.
never had an opportunity.
No, never have.
You a race fan?
No, not really. No. I'll watch it every once in a while, but no, I'm not a big fan.
Right. We have some highlights from the ball game Friday night with Rushville at Spartan Field. Let's watch them right now.
Pregame ceremonies are
Homecoming, wasn't it?
is homecoming, yeah, and a huge crowd.
Oh, yes.
Had to wait to get out of the parking lot, and I'm one of the last ones to leave the stands.
Yes.
But that was a good thing that we had that many people there. I understand the concessions did very well, and the gate had to have done well also.
I'm glad to see Rushville's program is improving because they were down several
We
years.
want to play. We want to play. When you beat them, then it means more.
Sure.
So Spartans go up and had some guys just seem to be, well, we got a lot of seniors, Fran, and
Yes.
they just seem to be communicating very well, better than we've seen.
I think you can blame that on the coach a lot and
Yeah.
his staff.
I think so. So Spartans trying to get one in here before halftime. So halftime 21-7, it ended up being a 1-point game.
Yes, Rushville Road came back.
Yeah.
Right?
Rushville missed a couple points after, and that hurt them.
Yes.
But they came roaring back, the Lions did, on the Spartans. But Spartans only able to score once there in that second half. But we're able to, I don't know if this is going to be it or not. Had a big interception. See, here they come back, and they go for two and get it. So all they had to do at the end was get a field goal to win, and they weren't able to do that. Pretty nice play there over holding it back and in, the Rushville player. So they had their opportunities late, but there's the fireworks, courtesy of Brian Durham. He lights those fireworks off. Final 28-27, it was a big night.
An exciting ball game, and it's all the Spartans exciting ball games pretty well, except the Richmond game that they won, and then the one they lost to South Dearborn. But other than that, they've been close ball
Been
games.
close, and
ending
right
never-
down to the wire.
Never know what the ending is going to be, so it's been a very interesting season.
One of your players, Nolan, is the kicker on the team and doing a great job
Yes.
on both teams.
He's excited. He likes doing it. I told him he's not allowed to make any tackles, but he doesn't listen to me. So
Make you a little nervous?
it makes me nervous because he's our one of our better players, and he plays a very important position on our team. So, but he seems to have fun with it. So
I think it's neat that they're able to.
yeah,
The kids that want to. I know that Cole Martin had done that, and
yeah, we've had a few over the years. Yes,
I think Conor Graves is maybe
JV,
trying on
a
JV,
little bit on JV.
a little bit on JV. So
I think this is Nolan's second year. I think, I think this is Nolan's second year. So,
And he's a good
he's
punter.
getting better
Yeah.
every year.
Yeah,
So.
he has. Got a pretty good leg on him.
So you want the kid to do the kicking and then head for the sidelines real quick?
Yeah, I want him to, but
Before he gets-
he doesn't listen to me. So,
Well, it's those competitive juices. that-
yeah. Oh.
Well, I think that would be wise, though, for the kicker to get out of the way, because the big kids coming toward him, I can understand what's going on. Let's check sports this week at CHS. On Monday, the girls' soccer will be at Centerville. Tennis will be at Franklin County. Boys soccer, home with Greensburg, we talked about. JV football will be at Rushville. And volleyball is home with Richmond. On Tuesday, tennis home with East Central. Volleyball will be at Cambridge City. Boys JV soccer at Warren Central. The Spartans host a cross-country invitational. On Thursday, the tennis EIAC tourney, volleyball at East Central. Girls soccer will be home with Lawrenceburg. On Friday, the Spartans football team will be at Speedway, as we talked about. On Saturday, girls golf regional, the EIAC cross-country meet continues. Volleyball will be at South Dearborn. Boys soccer will be at New Palestine. Here's some area football scores we want to bring you. Franklin County is 1-4. They lost 28-0 to Lawrenceburg. They'll be at Greensburg on Friday. Richmond is 0-5. The Red Devils lost to Indianapolis Arsenal Tech 49-0. They're home Friday with Muncie Central. Union County is 2-3. They lost 7-0 to Winchester, home with Union City on Friday. Centerville is 4-1. They won 14-13 with Tri. They meet Northwestern on Friday. Cambridge City is 0-5, lost 55-12 to Hagerstown. They will be at Nicetown on Friday. Rushville is 2-3. They lost to the Spartans, of course, 28-27. They'll be at North Decatur on Friday. A lot of sports going on. Indiana's a good sports school.
A lot of things going on this week.
Yes.
You mentioned the Richmond score there. I think I read that they have not scored yet this year. They've been outscored something like 218-0. Which, I hate to see as much as I want to always beat them. I hate to see programs go that way.
I know they lost 80-0 a week ago.
Yeah.
This last Friday, and I think we had coach with us, this football coach, and Ryan said no team should be humiliated like that. So
they shouldn't.
It was not good.
No,
it's not good. But hopefully they'll turn it around one of these days and get back on the winning trail and give the Spartans a pretty good battle when they play, because
as long as we win.
Oh, absolutely.
But fall sports starting to wind down here.
Yes, it is.
We'll be into winter sports before you know it, but still a lot of fall sports to play, and hopefully the weather holds out for all the
like
teams.
It has so far, right.
But as it gets down, it's hard for you to make up games if they're.
Yes, with 3 games a week is very difficult. In the years past, we could make up certain games. Mm-hmm. Of course, you have to, no matter what conference games you got to play. So you'd almost have to cancel another game to play. Mm-hmm. But weather so far has been good. Only had one time where a game got delayed, and it was a South Dearborn game. We started it on Saturday, finished it on Tuesday night. Because the weather on Saturdays. But
can you play in the rain if it's not lightning?
Yes, or we can play in the rain. I guess, pouring down rain, maybe not. But as long as there's no thunder and lightning, we'll play in the rain.
Okay.
Mike, best of luck on your remaining ball games in the tournament, which is just coming up shortly. So hopefully the Spartans will go deep into the tourney.
I hope so. That's our goal.
That would be great. Bring home some trophies or something. That'd be fun.
Yep.
Always a pleasure to have you join us.
All right.
Sam and I appreciate it.
No problem. Anytime.
Okay.
Go get that win tonight.
Yep. For them seniors.
Yeah. Good luck on all
Always
your
want to
ball
win on
games.
senior night.
Thanks everybody for watching this edition of the Spartan Sports Report here on TV3. Good evening.